If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. The world is going wild when they call for you. And the river's running dry when it all falls through. Don't you worry about a thing, baby, I got you. Yeah, baby, I got you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friday podcast. Please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Appreciate having you here and some very jolly updates today. Yay, good news. We're ending the week on good news. Not all drudgery and misery about GP News and Dan Wooten and some weird reverend who's been fired. Deliveroo is always hiring. Right, let's get to it, shall we? New pictures of our fave. She was out and about in LA, apparently, and some bystanders snapped this photo. Miss Jennifer Sue said, just arrived in LA when we went out for dinner. We ran into Meghan Markle, very low-key and super nice. Fantastic. Great to see Meghan just living her best life, looking very radiant. Oh, there's two comments that I actually starred that I wanted to address. Yalibi, you said, I tried to post a link to vote for Invictus. It has been shortlisted for an award. Yes, it has. It has been shortlisted for... I literally only saw this news as I was going on air, so I don't have it on the slide, but Invictus has indeed been shortlisted for the inaugural Esports Insider Film Festival. Watch our short film exploring esports for recovery from the link below and for us for the Community Choice Awards. Libby, you're saying YouTube is telling me that it violated something and it's an online non-political vote. Okay, so that's the AI on YouTube doing something funky. So I apologize for that. But when I get off the podcast, I will put the link in the community tab. So sorry if it's not coming up and you're trying to post it. Ruchi said, "Hello everyone. Getting to love the music you play on my 60 plus. Wait, are you 60 today? Is that what you mean? Are you 60 today? Or are you just saying that you enjoy the music? Happy birthday if it is your birthday, if that's what you meant. Jessica, I will post the link in the community tab later, okay? But that is fantastic news for Invictus. Yes, getting the recognition it deserves. Updates regarding that crossbow wielding weirdo that decided that he was gonna rush to Windsor with a crossbow. So Jaswant Sai Chal, 21, who threatened to unalive the Queen after breaking into the grounds of Windsor with a loaded crossbow, has been locked up for 9 years with a further 5 years on extended license. And this is indeed, as the Windsor from GB News posted, the first treason sentencing for 40 plus years. Now, I don't know who the last one was. But yeah, I'm surprised that it was only 9 years. I actually thought that it would be maybe double that, but I think it also just goes to show that security is no joke when it comes to the royals. I've always said that it is an expense that should be covered, and the only expense that should be covered by the taxpayer for as long as there is a threat to any members of the royal family. And so to see this happen today and know that they have been holding back on Harry and Meghan's security with all of the risks surrounding the couple, I think this just further proves that they are being spiteful on purpose, especially when you consider that Andrew continues to get taxpayer-funded security. And you've got Princess Anne going through central London with a whole motorcade, as if anybody was for Anne. All right. Some other good news. Harry and Meghan are going back to New York. They're going to host the Parents Summit, which is going to be Archwell's first in-person event on World Mental Health Day. So this sounds like it's going to be very interesting. So let me read the article from People and then we will discuss. So Meghan and Harry are making their return to New York to mark World Mental Health Day. People can exclusively reveal. They gave it exclusive to People. Interesting. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be in New York on Tuesday, the 10th of October. So 10th of October, mark your calendars. That is next Tuesday. For their Archwell Foundation's first ever in-person event, which will provide a platform for parents navigating mental health challenges in the digital age. Such an important issue. So many issues affecting young people when it comes to online media, social media, body image, PORN use of young children, predators preying on young children. The Archwell Foundation will host the Archwell Foundation's Parent Summit, mental wellness in a digital age, to give voice to families who are passionate about building a safer online world for children and teens. People exclusively reveals. The conversation will explore how we, as a community, both globally and locally, are creating positive change and supporting one another in developing solutions to empower families and uplift our collective mental well-being. The summit will feature parents who have experienced tragic loss connected to their child's social media use. Wow. Going to be a deep one. Meghan and Harry have been working with parents involved in next week's Behind the Scenes, People has learned. And there are so many things that have popped up over the years regarding the internet and what people can and can't be charged for, and the way people abused it, and the fact that the law isn't catching up. So, for example, in the United Kingdom, it's only, I think, what, the last 5 or something, 6 years, maybe a little longer than that, but quite recently, revenge, PORN, is a crime. So when you post intimate images of someone without their consent, that's only become a crime quite recently. That's something that's even affecting young people, unfortunately. AI and the use of AI and how that can be abused. I'm thinking of, there was a case quite recently of a young lady who committed and there were people egging her on the internet. So the question then becomes for the law, you know, do those people get prosecuted? How do we prosecute those people? And the law just isn't keeping up fast enough. So I am so just happy and impressed to see Harry and Meghan really committing to this. It's something they said that they would commit to. And I hope that these are some of the conversations that come up, because they do affect young people and all of us and the families too. The families have been engaged with the Archwell Foundation for the past year, bolstering community and driving towards solutions. A spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess told People, together they are united in their mission to share. Whoops, my page just. Together they are united in their mission to share personal experiences, data, and research to ensure the same does not happen to other families. Harry and Meghan will participate in the summit alongside Surgeon General Vivek Murthy to discuss the importance of his work and explore potential solutions. A conversation moderated by Carson Daly, board member of Project Healthy Mind. The event will take place on Tuesday, 10th of October, and it will be the first and largest of its kind. Uplifting communities, building a better online world, and restoring trust in information are the key pillars of the Archwell Foundation, with Prince Harry and Meghan launching it in 2020. The Archwell Foundation operates with the core belief that mental health and collective well-being is paramount and approaches all philanthropic work through its lens. The Archwell Foundation's Parent Summit will be Harry and Meghan's first trip to New York following the Miss Foundation Women of Vision Awards in May, where the Duchess of Sussex was honoured. The following day, a spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess said the couple and Meghan's mother were involved in a near-catastrophic car case at the hands of a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. And you then have to ask now, are the tabloids going to be so brazen to attempt to do the messiness that they did last time? I'm hoping that this time Harry and Meghan's people are a lot more prepared. It was just unacceptable, and we know who the culprits are because we know who posted those pictures first before anyone. And very, very smart timing from the Sussex spokespeople to not say anything until those pictures came out. So we know who the suspects are. We're still waiting to see if anything is even going to come of that evening, because we know that Harry and Meghan went to the police station, I think twice. They were going around New York for almost 2 hours. So there is CCTV footage, there is evidence there. Harry had evidence on his phone. So I hope that we can get answers to what happened that evening soon. But I hope that the tabloids are just not going to try anything funny, because they've got to know that Harry, Meghan, and their people are going to come prepared this time. If you are heading down there, please do let me know. Maybe we need our own squad on scooters, just in case they try that ish again. Beverly, you said that the summit sold out in 30 minutes. Incredible. And you know there's about 20 journalists from the Daily Fail that are going to be getting on a plane from the United Kingdom to go and watch the summit. Oh dear. Jessica, I'm constantly amazed at the challenges young people are facing on a daily basis. Yes. Especially when it comes to online media. Yes, Jessica, a lot of this stuff didn't exist. I mean, I'm 33 in November, and a lot of this stuff didn't exist even when I was young. but the signs of where the dangers could go were most definitely there. It's been way too slow for the law to move. If predators behave the way they behave in person, why did we not think that the internet would be a facilitator for them to be even smarter and more underhanded with their activities? That's the question that I ask constantly. And why has the law been so slow to move? Oy. Rahini, I hope this event is closed off. Will any part of it be televised or streamed? I'm guessing it will either be streamed online because it's about online and mental health related. So I'm presuming it will be streamed, or we'll just get a replay afterwards. Yes, Lauren, really do hope that they have a safe and fulfilling trip. Because after what happened last time, laying around more. It was just disgraceful. And then the way the media behaved afterwards. Joseph, the tabloids and the Rangers are sharpening their knives. And so are we. Annie, Duchess, this time will be different security. Definitely be tight. I hope so. Better be. Yeah, people of New York, bring the chairs, please. And you're a baby to me, so young, so beautiful. Oh, thank you. I don't know. Like, I don't feel super young. A lot of people tell me that I look like I'm, still in my 20s, but I don't know. I feel like an old soul. I really do. Like, even in social settings, I'm very awkward. I'm terrible at small talk. I'm not the type of person that can just have a drink and like get loose and be wild and crazy and let myself go. I'm very reserved. So I feel like a bit of an old soul. Rhonda, there's going to be an event from the Worlds the same day, so hopefully the journalists stay there to cover that. These were the journalists that were flying overseas because they would rather be where Harry and Meghan are when the Welleses were doing stuff in the UK. So, their paychecks depend on them being in New York. I'm sure that weirdo from The Sun has probably booked his ticket already. Okay, I think I will, even though I am quite tired. I had a 1 hour motorcycle ride to the beach area today and then 1 hour back. So I am very tired, but I've still got enough energy. If anybody wants to come up and have a quick chin wag, you can click the link here and come on up. I will just wait and see if anybody wants to come up. Read your comments. Rahini, you said, should we call you Mama Anne? No, I'm not old enough to be Mama. Auntie? Auntie Anne? I'm pretty sure I'm auntie age now. Anonymity. I'm not a small talk person. Do you know, I don't even mind small talk so much as long as it's like not mindless babble. It's not so much the small talk I don't like, it's just mindless babble. And I'm just not good at it. And I'm very, very awkward in social settings. YM Droid, hi, how are you, darling? I've unmuted you, you can talk. Hi. Is your computer doing that thing again? Okay, I'll let you fix that YM Droid and I'll let Rahini come on. Rahini?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Grandma Anne. How are you doing?
Not grandma yet. I'm great.
Grandma Annie. Or should I call it Tanti? Tanti Anne.
Tanti Anne.
Tanti.
Okay, we'll
Tanti
go
Anne, yeah.
Anne. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm just a little bit disappointed that I didn't get a phone call from 1-800 rent a black friend for Kate and Williams event.
You did listen.
I didn't get the
This
phone call
time
ringing.
they went with Negroes Are Us. They did.
They went somewhere.
That's a brand. That's an international brand, and they're very reputable. So,
so I just didn't make the cut. Is that it? I'm not good enough.
I know you didn't. And you know what? Maybe you should have redone the braids before.
Sorry.
You did the braid. It's the braids. It was the braids. You didn't do it.
Right. I did box braids.
Oh my god. I know something. Oh gosh. It was so lackluster. I was expecting it to be a little more fanfare with them, but it was a little lackluster because even the press didn't seem impressed. So I feel bad for them.
Well, what were they really going to do? They unveiled some paintings. They spoke with the elders. They got their photos taken. That's really what it was for. So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we were expecting them to show up and have Kate on the stove cooking some jerk chicken,
I mean, she should have been doing some jollof rice. I mean, that's not hard to cook, is it? Is it easy to cook? I heard it was easy to cook because she can't mess up that. You can't mess up putting a set of vegetables in rice. That's really hard to mess up. What I wanted to know is there any information as to whether the event would be the event on Tuesday? Will it be any part of it would be streamed or televised after?
I mean, nothing has been confirmed, so I can't say anything in that regard. But if it's an event about online media and safety of online media, I would think that it would be streamed. And actually, the last couple of events that they've done, I remember Harry did one with was it Rewire, and there was another one. They were both streamed. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to seeing them.
I hope it is. And I'm really glad that they're leaning into this internet safety because kids are exposed to so much horrible things online. You can't be mad when because to have a social media account you have to be 13. But how do you know that I'm actually 13? Because I put a year. I mean, there's no protection. There's no way to make sure that this content doesn't get to where it get. And what is really, you said something that was very profound, very interesting to me. You said that the law is very slow to catch up with the pace of technology. Well, I will do you one even better, right? If you study the history of internet technology, you would know that it actually grew exponentially. A lot of it grew around the PORN industry. The basis of social media was originally for these type of sites. And then they expanded it to everybody because before the early chat rooms and the early places where you went to see people, that's actually what they did. And they will tell you they kind of were the leaders in this technology. So the idea that you don't think that by expanding it for everybody, you needed to have some sort of checks and balance is comical. Now, I don't know if that is because the people that make the law don't actually know how to use technology as well as young people. You understand? Because when your 3-year-old could take your phone and download a game and you're like, how did you download the game? And you don't even know how to download the game. It's very, very interesting that could happen. And it's not just, because of, S issues, but also radicalization of people towards hateful ideas. And kids are being radicalized. When because when I used to think of a lot of the R people, I'm trying not to get demonetized. The, the Arab people, you usually think of somebody who's older, an older person, and you think by
Yeah.
now half of them could barely walk. But yet you have people who are millennials, you have people who are Gen Z,
Yeah.
who grow up in diversity but still have these hardcore R type
Yeah.
ideologies. And it is because of these spaces online that is open to everybody. Right. And on the one hand, you're saying we should have laws, but on the other hand, you're still talking about freedom of speech. That's why I never believe in freedom of speech. I believe in responsible speech. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You and I will disagree with that. I believe that if it is you don't intend to be responsible with what you say, you should keep quiet. Personally,
And there's
and we should not have the worst of you in the public square. Let them go back as trolls underneath the cave. Let them stay in their little corners. I don't think they should be in the public square because there are people whose minds are very impressionable and they don't know how to distinguish the lies from the truth. And a lot of these people, they seem really, really intelligent. They really
yeah.
know how to speak to you, and you're thinking that they're making sense, and they're not.
Yeah.
So for me, I say let them stay in the cave, but you think they should be outside.
Well, that's a very very valid point that you've made, and also to what else you said about finding balance, because you also don't want a situation where I know that a lot of sites are trying to introduce ID verification, but that also creates risks with data leaks, or there are some things that are actually good for our society, investigative journalism, where people should retain their anonymity. The problem is when the horrible people abuse it, and trying to find the balance is just it's difficult, if not almost impossible.
But it's when you have the designers of AI
Yeah,
actually begging the
yeah,
government to catch up with the law because it's people like the people who own Chat GPT is basically begging
yeah,
you to restrict them, but yet they're not stopping. They are going where the technology takes them. They're like, you
yeah,
need to create the structure, you need to create the balance, you need to create the boundaries for us,
yeah,
which again, why aren't they self-censoring, right? We should, as adults, should be able to do that, but they are like, I'm just going where the technology take me. I'm not gonna try to censor myself. But with it expanding so quickly, honestly, as a parent now, thank goodness I
yeah,
don't have children, because when used correctly, birth control works. Uh, that's what I tell them now when they ask. When they ask, well, why are you 42 and don't have any kids? When used correctly, birth
yeah.
control works. This is what I tell them.
Um,
But now you have to think about that. You have to think about what your child getting access to before you would sit down and watch the cartoons that your kids watching, so you know what they
yeah,
watch. But now when you hand them your phone, you don't know where they're going. They could go in places they shouldn't. So I'm really glad that the Sussexes are leaning into at least trying to bring us to that type of conversation that we have
yeah.
about
It's
these
important.
things. And yeah, and
Yeah,
even though I'm looking forward to a Megan fashion moment. I live for those. I kind of don't mind if she just sneak in and out and nobody sees her, because we really don't want something like what happened
yeah,
before. And
yeah,
I think they might be itching to do it again simply because it was news. They got something to write about. They got something
yeah.
to write about.
We've got a
And
lot
that's
to write
that's the
about.
sad part. That's the sad
Yeah.
part.
But I
Yeah.
also love I also love that that there's a element to this, Meghan and Harry actually choosing to come back to New York, and having it in New York, saying we're not going to let you rattle us,
Yeah.
and I love that for them. Thank you so
We're
much,
not
Rahini.
afraid of you. And I'm still
Yeah.
waiting for the address.
Oh, I emailed it to you. I'm so sure that
Did
I emailed
you?
it to you. Yes, check your email. I'll send it to you again,
Okay,
but
all
I'm
right.
sure that I emailed it to you. Thank you,
All right,
Rahini.
okay, fine. All right, guys, have a good day.
Ciao. YM Droid, let's try you again.
Alrighty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Fantastic.
Yay! Okay, yeah, I had to switch over and try from the phone. So yeah, maybe my computer just doesn't want to hear from me today.
Thank you. And how are you? How are you feeling?
Day by day getting better, and I will just say I have a whole new level of admiration for Prince Harry and a whole new desire to slap Charles if I ever had the opportunity. Yeah, that whole knee pat and well then, chip chip cheerio. Someone needs to shake that man.
That's treason. Treason, YM Droid. Treason.
Hey, yeah, okay, let me stop, because especially as a non-subject, they may stop me at the airport or something, and they'll look and check to see if I've got oatmeal and sugar cubes to tempt the Queen escort away. And then they're like, she's up to something. And I think we saw an egg in her pocket. And I would have a hard boiled egg too. I would not any of these soft eggs, but no. So day by day, and again, thank you so much, you and all the squaddies. Really, you all are the greatest, and I appreciate all of the support for sure. And I've got to say thank you to William and Kate, the kind of degenerative AI version of Harry and Meghan, for making me laugh, which is always needed, because I mean, like when I think of Black History Month, those are the last two who I would ever think of, and yet I'm almost, I'd be willing to wager that they didn't even pay attention if it ever came up in any type of British history class. If there were
the thing, if you don't mind me interrupting, Android, this is the thing a lot of people are asking, and even I didn't know this. I mean, I don't actually know how true this is, but people were saying, have they ever celebrated Black History Month before until more recently? Now I'm sure they've done things, but it seems like, I guess people are feeling like they're going a little bit extra and over now. And why now, when you are literally meant to be the heads of the Commonwealth?
And well, so to my knowledge, beyond the Commonwealth celebrations, the Queen didn't do anything either. So it's not that I think that there was any tradition that was expected of them. And especially given their treatment of the one member of their family who has Black lineage, oh my goodness, like I said, all I could do was just cackle and laugh at their attempts to somehow be seen as the faces of inclusion. Again, if you want them to be seen as the AI generated faces of we can't quite get, royalty right, yes, absolutely. But for representing the desire to have a more inclusive, Britain, not so much, especially considering that we know William would probably rather be skiing or off someplace, not even bothered. It's just, I don't know, it's so utterly performative. And I was also, Rohini let me know that they went to the AliExpress version of, I think it was like, 1-800 Black friend to pull out everyone. Cause I mean, for the longest time, I thought that Nana's wig and that Trevor guy were the only ones. But somehow they rounded up some more. I don't know if they promised them kind of early entry to the food bank or, priority access to the heating stations or something when those are needed. But whatever it was, I don't know. Yeah. Any family in the UK, if you have Black relatives, please keep them away from those two. I mean,
Please keep your auntie and uncle in the house, please.
Yes. I mean, like William's teeth alone. I mean, so granted, they may think that he's one of them because they have to look at those teeth and be like, there's no way that he doesn't take those out at night. So we're around one of our own. But no, not in fact the case. I'm pretty sure that those are all his, all 70 or how many ever teeth he's got, that come at you in full beige force, just getting all up in your grill. Nope, those are all his. So don't be fooled. Like you may think that he's a fellow pensioner, but not actually the case.
But he looked very much comfortable with his with the grannies and the granddads there. Thank you so much, YM Droid.
No problem. I know Kate was seething when she got home. She's like, I can't get him to touch me like that. So I bet you, I'm just saying, this is my prediction for their next appearance. Kate is going to be dressed like a grandmother, because she's going, instead of like, trying to cosplay Meghan, she's going to try to cosplay a pensioner in hopes that when she grabs at William, he doesn't take off at top speed running the opposite direction.
And he seemed very uncomfortable, like more recently. But
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good.
Karen.
Hi.
How are
Hello?
you? Long time.
I know, but yeah, I think I was dealing with time zones and jet lag and all that stuff there, but I was listening in.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
tell us before we even get into anything, like just give us a summary of your week. How long were you at Invictus? Like, tell us all about it.
Yeah, well, I was at Invictus for the whole time, and it was just epic and awesome. I have some good stuff for you guys. I'm, going to be putting it all together and, sending it out for you so that you can, we can talk about it and stuff. But it was just on a high every single day. It was just epic. And like I said before, it's one thing when you're seeing, the recap or seeing it on video or YouTube or whatever, but being there, it's something else. It's just magical. It's just the experience, just being there. You become a part of it. You become a part of it, and you just lose yourself and just you right in there. You're just part of it. You're like a competitor yourself, so it's just awesome. So anybody who can be able to make it at any time, depending on where in the world it is, and you're able to do that, it's something that you should try and experience. It is
Nice.
it is amazing, and you feel the people that are there. You just feel their support, their gratitude, their success. It's just amazing. It's amazing. It changes you, really do. And it's something that you yourself may need that help. You may not be a serviceman or woman, but believe me, it's for everyone, because we're all going through something. And it just gives you that healing that that you may need at that point in time to and when you leave there to continue the rest of your life, it puts you in a whole different perspective, that can just make it a lot better for you. So it's wonderful.
I'm so glad that you felt uplifted, and I'm sure like so many other people felt like that way too. And you're right. Like, even though it's for servicemen and women, when you see like the human spirit like push through and achieve like that, it really is uplifting. And did you at any point get to see our faves? Did you get near them?
Yeah, I saw them. I didn't get close to them. There were times, but I missed it. But it's not something that I was chasing. If it happened, it happened. But I wasn't really chasing it. My, biggest thing was to, get involved with the competitors, like, get to know them, know their stories, and, chat with them, get pictures with them, and, just experience, that feeling that just, transcends to, across the board to everyone, even with with the army being there, the school kids being there, it's
Wow.
something magical. It's just different because you can
Yeah.
see, like when I saw the army there and stuff, like I spoke with some of them, they came there not knowing what to expect, not knowing
Mm.
what to expect. And when they get there and they see what's going on, they see you know, their comrades and, the veterans
Yeah, it
and
must
what
have
they're
been amazing
doing
for
and
them.
their ability, and they just get into it. And you can see a change in them, even cheering in the stands and stuff for the sports, the event, whether it's wheelchair basketball or what, you can see the amaze in their faces when they see these guys out there, on the court playing and stuff like that. Even the students, like I had conversations with the students there, and they were just amazed at what was happening, what was going on, what was taking place. So you can see attitudes changing,
Yeah.
to a better place, to a better attitude. It just gives you a lot of encouragement, a lot of encouragement. I met there was this
Definitely.
woman that I think she's American or Canadian, but she works on one of the bases out there. And she got in the night before the final night, because we had, I think it was the volleyball finals that she got in. And she said she drove like 2.5 hours or something to come in there.
Oh wow.
And she said
Wow.
she didn't even know that she didn't know about the Invictus Games. She worked on the base, the army base, but she didn't know about it until she saw Heart of Invictus. When she saw Heart of Invictus, she says, "Oh, this is something great. This is something awesome. It's amazing." And
Plus,
then one
the
of her
people
colleagues,
like finding out about it that never, knew about it before. But that
yeah,
thank you so much for that, Karen. I just wanna
mhm,
um kind of just ask you about, how do
mhm.
you feel about Harry and Meghan going to New York, like given obviously what happened last time?
Pardon me? I
How do
didn't.
you feel about Harry and Meghan going to New York given what happened last time?
Um, I feel good about them going. I'm glad they are. I didn't expect them to stay away because I didn't expect them to have anything or anyone deter them from living the life that they want to live and doing the things them that they want
Yeah,
to do. So
yeah,
I think, and I'm sure that the city of New York is going to be prepared for anything that's going to happen, because I don't think they want
mm,
this kind of behavior happening in their
to
city
happen
again.
again. Yeah,
So I think they're going to be prepared for that. And I'm glad that Harry and Meghan is not backing down, and they're,
mm,
standing up to whatever, comes their way, and they're, pressing through and showing that no, you're not going to stop us. So I'm
indeed.
happy. I'm really happy for that, and looking forward to it. And
To seeing them. All right,
to,
all right.
and one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I'm going to go off soon. One of the things I want to talk to you about, and Byron also had touched on it in his podcast yesterday.
Mhm.
I think it was the second time you started, doing the call-ins, because I think I was
Yeah,
one of your first when you started doing it, because you were the first one doing it, and I was
yeah,
on your first. And the second time you did the call in, I remember we were talking about, because it was when this cosplay was starting up, and we were talking about it, and it was one of the things that was affecting me, and personally, because I know how these things can it's like a mental thing when
yeah.
you're doing stuff and people are there watching you, and then trying to you know um, be do everything you're doing and cosplaying. And I think one of the reasons why it had bothered me as well too is because Megan was in this this cage. And when you're in an enclosed place like that, and you have nowhere to go, and then you have these eyes on you, and then people are trying to be you and repeating everything that you do and trying to, cosplay you and everything. It's something that, can mentally, mess with you and
Well,
break you down and stuff. So
you know,
yeah.
I agree that it can be something that can
Mhm.
mentally break you down, and that it
Mhm.
maybe partly is being done to
Mhm.
intimidate Megan. But I don't know. First of all, I don't know that it actually is intimidating Megan, and I think at this
Mhm.
point,
Mhm.
because I
Mhm.
just don't think that she pays too much attention to these things. But I think at this
Mhm.
point, it's actually just making Kate look bad, and I don't know
Yes, it
why
is. Yeah.
nobody is saying this to her. I don't know. I mean, there's so many different theories. Is she doing it? Is she doing it because she's obsessed with Megan? Is it William that's making her do it? Is it her people that's making her do it? Do they think that maybe somehow if she dresses like Megan, that will make her look better? I mean, there's a million different theories, but whatever theory you want to come up with, it just makes her look crazy.
Mhm.
It's not like I don't even think at this point I don't believe that it's something that's actually
No,
intimidating
I chalk it up to her
Megan.
being sick at this point. So I kind of make my peace with that. But the part that really bothered me is coming from the Invictus Games and knowing that the wheelchair rugby is part of that games and what it meant to the people there and stuff like that. And to see her do something like what she did, sitting in a wheelchair,
Oh yeah, the
doing the
wheelchair.
rugby
Yeah,
thing, that is like taking it to another level. That is like
yeah.
really, really terrible. It's like a mockery. It's like really terrible. So that was just my point on it. You know.
I mean, I
Mm.
won't like I said, I won't speculate, too much about what's going on in Kate's head. But as far
Mhm.
as how it makes her look, it doesn't make
Mhm.
her look good from a PR perspective. But obviously, whoever is talking to her in the palace is making her think that it does look good. So thank you so much,
Mhm.
Karen.
Not a problem. You take care and thank you
You
guys. Hi
ciao. Ciao.
guys.
Mina, hey hey.
Oh, hey, Ann, how's it going?
Great, thank you. Thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. Yeah, that whole them going, Kate and Will going to the whole Black History when is it the Windrush? I mean
Yeah, the Windrush,
Windrush?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
event. I'm like, they could have just stayed home because looking at those pictures of them, they look highly uncomfortable to be there, and
Yeah.
they, and them creepy smiles that they be putting on. I'm like, y'all should have just stayed at home and called it a day. Um, let's see. Oh, I am happy that Prince Harry and Meghan are going back to New York to oh God, what's the name of the event again? Good Lord. Um for the internet uh well, internet protection for like the kids and stuff. I forgot the name
Yeah.
of it. Um hopefully don't nothing stupid happens. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
keep my prayers. Hopefully that they'll have a good event and that everything goes smoothly. And also, people in New York, if you see any of those derangers, bring the chairs.
Oh god, no, no chairs, please.
I'm sorry, but I am
I,
serious.
I'm
If
gonna
you
I'm gonna have
see
the
any of
FBI.
them,
I'm
bring the
gonna
chair.
I'm gonna I'm gonna have the FBI flying to Bali to like arrest me. Like you're responsible for the squatty insurrection in New York, trying to protect
I'm
Harry and
sorry, but
Meghan.
I'm telling you, if anything pops off, all I'm saying is bring the chairs. That's all I'm saying.
uh, all right. Well, guess we'll see what happens. Thank you so much, Mina.
You're welcome. Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Um, Yalibi, you're gonna go last, and thank you so much for the coffee, hun. Here you go.
Yes, can you
You can
hear
talk
me?
now.
Yeah,
I
can
can
you
hear
hear?
you loud and clear.
Perfect. Okay, I just have few points. I'm just gonna go very fast. The first one is these all think about them going to Wales, rent a Negro with an afro. I mean, seriously, they really think that people don't see through this. They were highly uncomfortable. You could see it. And my
But some
question,
people do, though, Yalibi. That's the thing. Some people do, and I think sometimes we forget that there is an audience that they're playing to.
yeah,
But
but
do go on.
my question is the black people. I mean, we can't blame them for everything. We know who they are. But why are they going? Why are we going and supporting people that do not like us? I don't get it. I mean, self love is so important. I mean, were they given money, or
Yeah.
like the other caller was saying, they promised them a room with heat for free? Why would you do that? If they
I
if
don't,
they
I
did
don't, I
that
don't
to make
actually think it is. I don't think it is money. I just think that there's some people who are just obsessed with being in proximity to who they think is popular, who they think is powerful, and then they can go and talk to their friends. Oh, I went to the royal's garden party. Oh, I met a royal, and I don't get it because I wouldn't want to meet those people. But for some people, it is a sense of social clout, and the monarchy being what it is in the United Kingdom, for some people it is. And it was, if you notice, on that particular day anyway, it was predominantly much older people who perhaps have a somewhat more positive feeling towards the monarchy, regardless of anything we
yeah,
obviously
but
think. Oh, Yalibi, did you cut out? Can everyone still hear Yalibi? Is she still there, or?
yes, I'm here.
Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yes, are they not part of that generation? They who got treated so bad, the Windrush generation? I mean, if you have a
Yeah.
group of people that will know what injustice feel like, it will be that generation. But
Mm,
anyway, I regress. I mean, it is what it is. So
mm,
all I wanted to say is they have no shame, and I'm talking about Kate and Willie. They have no shame because now they are black people lovers. Okay, whatever. Anyway, we can see through that. The second thing I wanted to talk about was, and you kind of mentioned it with the last caller, who is advising Kate? She looks like a
mm,
fool. You cannot copy somebody that much. It is ridiculous. It's like she's never going to be Meghan. She is Kate. She should find her own personality, her own style, and her own goal. Why is she copying
mm.
Meghan? It's insane. It's like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, they driving me crazy. I just don't understand
to, to,
people.
to be honest, well, like I don't know. For me personally, if you've noticed, I don't cover the copycat thing anymore. Like pretty much since the whole Eurovision thing, I'm like, I'm actually just done with this because they're clearly doing it on purpose. Another theory that I actually have is that whenever they do it, we talk about it. And actually the squaddies talk about it more than the Derangers do at this point. So for me, I'm just like, we know it's something that she does. We don't know exactly the reason why she does it, but I think we should, at this point, we should probably, is for me anyway, it's one of those things that I'm just gonna leave alone.
You know what? You're right.
Any other, any
You're
other
right.
thing, yeah, we can be here, we can criticize it, the Windrush thing, like valid things that pop up, but with the copycat thing, it's just like we know
Yeah,
they
you
do it. It's obviously intentional, and one day we'll find out the crazy reason behind why it was done.
yeah, you're right. Okay, my last point. I'm very happy they're going to New York because they
Yeah,
need to show people then they are not going to stop their lives.
yeah.
They're not going to live out of fear. And I'm
Mhm.
100% sure then whoever tries anything in New York this time going to have a serious
Yeah.
problem. I'm sure then the police is really ready and the squad is
Mhm.
also are ready. So I'm not even worrying. They will have a great time.
Yeah.
They'll be
Yeah.
safe. And
Yeah.
thank you for
Yeah.
your show, like always. Great.
Oh, thank you so much. And I think that's great what you've said, and for us to end on, I think we pray that they will be safe and that it will all go off without any drama. Thank you so much, Libby, and thank you once again for the coffee. All right, with that, I will wrap things up. Thanks so much, folks. You've been lovely as usual. Oh, well, at least we've got one nice thing to look forward to, and we know that we're going to see our faves. And actually, I hear them as well, because presumably they are going to be up on that stage speaking, if it's a whole conference. Right. Yeah, I think I'll just end it there. Enjoy your weekend, folks, and yeah, updates tomorrow if there are any. Ciao.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the moves, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the moves, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for your time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the moves, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be